I bleed red and black, always will. My earliest memory of Georgia football would be going to a tailgate and seeing my grandfather with a Georgia Bulldog on his head.
A tradition only becomes so when someone cares enough to carry it on. Michael Wood's family tradition started more than 40 years ago with his grandfather, Georgia football fan Lonnie Woods.
During the 1980 championship season, my grandfather was driving the defensive bus for Irk Russell. And Irk walked up to my granddad and he said, Lonnie, why don't you paint a bulldog on your head? And my grandfather said, why not? And that's where it started.
Lonnie was a proud, bald billboard for the Bulldogs until he passed in 1986. About a decade later, his son, Mike Woods, decided to restart the Big Dog ritual with his two sons, Michael and Trent, by his side.
It was really cool as a kid because you grow up being proud of your grandparents. And to see my dad having that on his head up, I knew that the tradition started.
Ah! I'm gonna help them. Get them, dogs. Sick them. Ho, ho, ho!
Mike knew he couldn't be Big Dog forever.
Oh, no! Sick them!
So in 2016, a plan was put in place for his youngest son, Trent, who lived and worked in Athens, to follow.
This is the next one. This is the next one right here.
Dad passed away in 2017, and so Trent took over the role.
For me, Georgia football is my grandfather and my father. Thank God for Georgia football because that's what I get to do with my family.
I loved your dad.
Thank you.
He knew the responsibility of it, and he knew that he wanted to do it right and love people and show UGA his appreciation.
Over the next 7 years, as Georgia began building one of the best programs in the country, Trent became a staple at Sanford Stadium. And at the end of the 2021 season, he was part of something Georgia hadn't done since his grandpa Lonnie was Big Dog in 1980.
The slipper changes feet and Georgia is crowned the national champion for the first time in 41 years.
But earlier this year, terrible news.
February of this year, Trent died very suddenly from an infection, natural causes. So young, he was 45 years old.
It pierced our hearts. We're not remotely over it. Mom and I talked right after Trent had passed, and she said, you know what you have to do. And I said, oh, I know. I will do it, and we'll do it right, and we'll carry this on. My dad always told me, son, remember the good times and make new ones. And that's what we're going to do.
On September 7th, 2024, at Georgia's home opener, Michael Woods officially became Big Dog, the fourth.
I followed my dad through that tunnel and saw him encourage people and just love on them. And then I got to watch my brother do it. And today, it's going to be my turn.
It's hard to hear about Trent.
Thank you for carrying on this legend.
I appreciate that.
It's very important.
The Woodsmen, they don't really wear their heart on their sleeve. They wear it on their head. And it's a bulldog.
How you doing? I'm not doing good today. I know it's tough. Thank you for carrying on that tradition. Your whole family is a bunch of damn good dogs.
It makes my heart happy. It makes me feel great about our family legacy here at the University of Georgia.
You got this. You got this.